What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. We have some huge reprints today, as you might see, in the OCG that I think, without a shadow of a doubt, will follow through to the TCG products. Lately, the TCG product has been on point, missing almost nothing. Yes, we're even getting Dimensional Barrier and Cosmic Cyclones in our structures, and Strike seems to be not labeled for that structure yet, but announced for those special editions. So maybe they're not announcing it to sell the special editions, maybe it's not there to sell the special editions, but we get a Strike reprint nonetheless. So I have to imagine that Ties of the Brethren will stick its reprint into the Fairy structure deck. The Counter Fairy structure deck, as a lot of you might know it. It's Structure Deck R5's Japanese version. And we see that Harvest, Nova Summoner, some other cards to the Fairy archetype is there, but most importantly to me, Ties of the Brethren is here. You have finally an option to get it in a singular structure deck. Remember, its original release was in the Legendary decks where you had to get 3 structures to get it or go buy it from a vendor's. That's why it's been so expensive. But here, we finally get it. It'll probably be a $2 to $3 common still, but it's definitely going to be something that people want to pull out of this structure just to have for general decks. The next big one is Thousand Eyes Restrict as a rare in that upcoming Duelist pack. So many people were like telling me last night, you gotta feature Thousand Eye Restrict on Market. Watch, John, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be so hyped right now with all the expectations for the archetype and how hype it is. And I was like, I'm gonna hold off a bit. And here it is, a reprint within the pack. And I think Konami's not gonna, you know, say, oh, let's not give them Thousand Eyes Restrict in the set that has a Thousand Eyes archetype. So I highly think this reprint will follow through to the US, but I would still suggest, you know, if you can find one for a reasonable price, because GOAT format already has them inflated, get yourself a high rarity Thousand Eyes Restrict if you truly enjoy the monster that much. I've got a few signed by Pegasus myself, so I'm good, but for those of you scrambling because this might have got you back to the game, this might have been something you wanted, you probably have a reprint coming to TCG product. I can't imagine them skipping it. Now we're going to go on to some boss monsters. And we'll start off with a level 10 generic Synchro White Aura Pfeiffer. I think that's kind of like a play on Bahamut. I don't know. But Pfeiffer is a level 10 water fish synchro effect monster. Attack 3,300, defense 3,000, and it just may edge out Leo as the best generic 10 synchro. Its materials are any tuner synchro monster though, so you do have to go up. It's generic in a sense. You still need a tuner synchro, but that's really easy for any deck that synchros nowadays. And one non-tuner monster. I guess it's remiss to call it generic mayhaps, but I at this point, like with Coral Dragon and Formula and so many tuner synchros at your disposal, I feel like if you're going up through a 10, you're usually using a tuner synchro as is these days, but it's not generic, I suppose. When this card is synchro summoned during your turn, you can special summon a Divine Dragon token, Fish, Water, level 10, attack 3,300, defense 3,000, and defense position. So you summon it on your turn, you get a token. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, if you control no tokens, you can special summon one Divine Dragon token. So if you synchro summon it during their turn, you can go, effect. And then it gets a protection effect. If this card is destroyed by your opponent's effect and sent to the graveyard, and you control a Divine Dragon token, so they have to destroy the token first, otherwise, you can special summon this card in defense position. It's looking pretty nice. I really like the synchro monster. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's another option. I feel like it versus Leo, despite this being, you know, able to be targeted at a main phase 1, it produces another 3,300 body they got to take care of too. And I do like that. And even if they take care of the body once that you made during your turn, you just make another one. Hey, another one. But you have to control no token, so you do have to wait for them to deal with that token. I just like this card in general. It's powerful. It does what it's meant to do. Is it game-breaking? Nah. Leo's not game-breaking right now. But I do think it throws its name in the hat for the best level 10 synchro there. And to me, it's still, I feel that's generic. Tuner synchro monster. Yes, you have to play other synchros to synchro. But if you're playing tuners, you're playing synchros at this point. You're playing tuner synchros, in my opinion. Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. Yuya's final ace monster from Strongest Duelist Yuya that he used to stop Death Meteorite. I don't know. I didn't watch the anime, but Strongest Duelist Yuya? Is he the strongest duelist? I don't know about that one. So, we've got Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, and it is huge. We don't know if it's level 11 or 12. It's probably 12. It's getting covered up on its stars. A Light Dragon Pendulum Effect monster. Attack question, defense question. Pendulum scale is 12. That's what leads me to believe that it'll be a level 12. Pendulum Effect. You cannot Pendulum summon monsters, except Dragon-type monsters. This effect can't be negated, but its next effect. Ooh, I like this scale effect. Target one Dragon Fusion Synchro or Xyz monster in your graveyard, destroy this card, and if you do, special summon that monster. Basically, scale revival. Just simple as that for your Dragon Fusion, Synchro, or Xyz monsters. I like that. It's definitely got synergy with the decks that it's meant to be in. Monster effect cannot be normal summoned or set, can only be special summoned by pendulum summoning it from your hand, or... I like the Pendulum Summon one more. Or tributing one Dragon Fusion, Synchro, and Xyz monster each to special summon this card from your hand. I definitely think the Pendulum Summon's the better option there. You can discard this card from your hand, then pay 500 life points, add a level 8 or lower Dragon Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. This is probably his best effect. You can pitch him and get any Dragon Pendulum monster that is level 8 or lower. That's a lot of access. That's a lot of things. You can pitch this, and I believe search Luster, that means. It's pretty good. Then this card gains attack and defense equal to half your opponent's life points. So that's why it's question. So if they're at 8,000, it's 4,000. They're at 6,000, it's at 3,000. Depends how early game it is if you penned it out. Once per turn, you can pay half your life points, return all cards on the field and in the graveyard, except this card, to the decks. So basically, if you have your scales, you're spending your scales permanently to do this effect, but you just blow through every single resource your opponent's created. So I think there's insane potential for this card. Do I think it's going to see a lot of play? I have no clue. I have no clue if you're going to just use the gates and summon it out. I've seen troll decks. This does seem like one of the better options towards the gates, but I just don't know how to call this one. It's a great card, though. It doesn't seem too difficult to summon out thanks to that Pendulum Clause. But I guess it also can depend on its level. If it's 11, it's even better. I'm going to call that it's going to be a 12, though. What do you guys think of these new cards? Is White Aura Baphomet, is it better than Leo? I'm calling it's pretty equal. It throws its name in the hat. What do you think of the reprints? What would you like to see in the fairy structure over here if they did change something? And are you excited for ties? This is just some random news. Also, I do believe that Simo has started live streaming and is streaming right now if we head on over to twitch.tv/Simo. Let's give a shout out to the homie right now. Video editing done quick and cheap. Ooh. Let me see what I can do about this. It is indeed Simo. He is there. You can hear him. You're about to be able to see him. We're peeking in. You guys should go follow Simo on Twitch for sure, though. He's over here. You should hit this button. I thought I already hit it. Follow? Oh, I'm not logged in right now. I've definitely followed. Trust me. But Simo started streaming. He's raising a fund to come to YCS Dallas. He'll be staying with me. And when he makes it here, you guys get to see a punishment duel. Him versus Eve. The loser has to sleep with me in the bed. The winner gets the guest bed. Ooh, my girlfriend's not too excited about that one. But it's just how you gotta do events sometimes. So stay tuned to that match. If he hits that goal, we're going to see him come on over. So tune in for him on Twitch. I don't know if I'll be streaming later tonight or what I'll be doing, but it's definitely nice to see another tuber start streaming. Click that follow. Go over here. Check him out. A lot of people already watching. 213. He's going in. Thanks for watching, though, guys.